Carefreeness and charity. I love this one. I know I probably keep saying that, but I really do love every one of them. Hello, it's Pippa. Welcome to Step C, Day 3 of Creating Affluence. So Dr. Chopra assigns 2 words to the letter C as attitudes and steps along the way, and they are carefreeness and charity. I remember I don't know, maybe within 12 months post 9/11, I was watching an interview with a family who had contributed some money to the 9/11 fund, and they were up in arms because they were not in agreement with how the money was going to be spent. And I don't really remember how it was going to be spent, but regardless, she was up in arms and she was she was upset about it. And I remember thinking to myself that, you know, when you give something, when you give of yourself, if you give time, money, whatever it is, that you must let go. And I think that I may have learned that as like a Taoist thing. But once you put something out there, it's your responsibility to let it go. In fact, it is specifically not your responsibility to control what becomes of it. And I think that in my opinion, that really resonates with me, and in my opinion, that's sort of what Dr. Chopra is talking about. As money in particular, because that's what we're talking about here, but with everything, your energy, your money, your clothes, your food, whatever it is that you have, it all needs to flow freely, and as such it should flow freely and effortlessly. In my life, it flows through me easily and effortlessly because I've made the choice to allow it to be as such, and as it flows freely through me with no effort at all, it comes and then I let it go. And because we sometimes find ourselves living in a place, maybe our circumstances have created a situation for us where we are, for example, feeling broke. Let's say we've been feeling strapped for a long time, and when money finally comes in, we're afraid to let go of it. Or conversely, it burns a hole in our pocket and we can't stand it, and suddenly, because of the poverty mindset, we feel like we have to run out and buy everything that we've been wanting for the longest time because we don't know when we'll get it again. I don't think that is the answer. In fact, I think that is still part of a poverty mindset. And as Dr. Chopra says, it doesn't matter how much money you have, or I'm going to use the word how much of anything you have. I'm going to use the word anything interchangeably with money, because I don't think it matters how much of a thing you have. If you are not comfortable having it and letting it go, you're still poor. You still have that poverty mindset. And as long as you do have the poverty mindset, you're limiting yourself from experiencing the greatness that you can experience with that money or that thing, because the money and those things they're merely tools that make certain things easier. Specifically, having access to the life of your design. If you are able to create wealth out of thin air, which you can, and you do, if you're able to do that and you realize that, and that's part of your reality, then you can do anything that you want because you have access to the tools, and there's no shortage of accessibility to those tools. So if you are interested in learning more about that, or joining this challenge, or just learning to live the life of your design, there's probably a link below this video, or maybe to the left or to the right or something like that. There's a link someplace and you ought to click it, because if this resonates with you, then I want to talk to you, because I think that you and I probably have things that we can share with one another. Until tomorrow, I love you and thanks for coming.